Bruchim haboim, welcome everyone. We're about to begin Be'ezras Hashem together on Das Samches Amud Aleph, 12 lines from the bottom. The parak opens up with Klal Gadol Amru B'Shabbos, and the Mishnah teaches three different types of shoygeg. The first type of shoygeg is a person who doesn't know the essence of Shabbos. Such a person will be chayiv one chatos, no matter how many malachos he does, and no matter how many Shabbosos he transgresses. Because the error is in the knowledge of not knowing Shabbos, that there's a tzivuy, a mitzvah of Shabbos, whereby it's called a shigigas adam. The second type of shoygeg is a shoygeg where a person knows the essence of Shabbos, but doesn't know that the day is Shabbos. Such a person will be chayiv for every single Shabbos that he transgresses, whereby he'll be chayiv a chatas for each and every Shabbos, no matter how many malachos he transgresses. Because here, the error is in not knowing that the day is Shabbos. And therefore, since the assumption is between one Shabbos and the next, the days in between will then be a way of reminding, of remembering, of knowing which day will be Shabbos to come. Therefore, it separates the two Shabbos, and he's going to be chayiv a chatas for each and every Shabbos. The third type of shoygeg is the person who knows the essence of Shabbos, and he knows that the day is Shabbos, but he doesn't know that which he is doing is indeed malachos. Thereby he's going to be chayiv for every single malacha that he does. The Gemara now analyzes the first of the three shoygegim. The first shoygeg, where a person doesn't know the essence of Shabbos. Says the Gemara, Rav Ushmo da Amrei Trovayu, they both said, Masnisim betinoy shenishba lebein hanochrim, veger shenizgayer lebein hanochrim. Our Mishnah that says that a person doesn't know the essence of Shabbos is going to be chayiv one chatos for all of the Shabbosos. We're talking about somebody who never knew about Shabbos because he was somebody who was literally held captive amongst the Nochrim. That means he grew up amongst the Nochrim. Or he converted and he lived amongst the Nochrim, whereby he never knew the mitzvah of Shabbos. Such a case, a person will be chayiv one chatos no matter how many malachos and no matter how many Shabbosos. Aval hikir levesof shocha chayiv al kol Shabbos v'Shabbos. But if he first knew the concept of Shabbos, only he forgot, then Rav and Shmuel will be saying that he's chayiv for every single Shabbos that he transgresses. Ask the Gemara Tnan. The Mishnah says hashoicheach iker Shabbos, one who forgets the essence of Shabbos. Lab mechlad dahavya leyediyah mikar. It does not assume, according to this Mishnah, that he first knew and then he forgot. Lo, says the Gemara, my kol hashochech iker Shabbos, dahaisa shachuach mimenu ikaro shel Shabbos. The kavanah of the Mishnah when it says somebody who is shocheach iker Shabbos means that he never knew. He was shchucha mimenu. It was forgotten from him, and therefore that's a tinok shenishba bein hanochrim. Aval, the Gemara continues and says, okay, so you're saying that the first case of the Mishnah, where he doesn't know the essence of Shabbos because he was a tinok shenishba. And the second case, however, aval hikir havasoy shochach mai, what would be the din if he knew and he forgot? Chayiv on kol Shabbos Shabbos. That would be chayiv on kol Shabbos Shabbos. So that really is the second case of the Mishnah l'chora. Adetoni, meanwhile, al yodea ikir Shabbos also malachas harbe b'Shabbos harbe chayiv on kol Shabbos Shabbos. Instead of teaching the second case that is taught in the Mishnah, that he knows the essence of Shabbos and he forgets that the day is Shabbos, whereby it's chayiv for every Shabbos, a korban chatos. Say your case, Rav and Shmuel, that he knows the essence of Shabbos and he forgets the essence of Shabbos, whereby, according to you, Rav and Shmuel, he's chayiv on kol Shabbos v'Shabbos. Teach that case. Listen, hikir v'soy shocha v'kol shekain ha. Instead of teaching the case that's taught, teach this case that he knew the essence of Shabbos and he forgot it. And thereby he's chayiv for every single Shabbos, which is a greater chiddush, because here there's no reason for him to remind himself and to remember between the two Shabbosos, and still he's chayiv for every Shabbos. And then kol shekain, what's taught in our Mishnah, that he knows the essence of Shabbos, he just doesn't know the day of Shabbos, because there you have the days in between the Shabbosos to remind him that indeed the next 7th day is going to be Shabbos. The Gemara says, "My hayodeh Iker Shabbos." The Gemara answers, what does it mean that he knows the Iker Shabbos, which is the second case of our Mishnah? Mishayeh yodea ikra shel Shabbos v'shachacha. That's what it refers to, like Rav and Shmuel are saying, that he knew the essence of Shabbos and he forgot the essence of Shabbos. That's what the Mishnah is saying. So it goes like this. The first case of the Mishnah, according to Rav and Shmuel, is talking about he doesn't know the essence of Shabbos because of the Tino Nishba, whereby it's chayiv one chatos no matter how many Shabbosos he transgresses. The second case of the Mishnah is talking about where he knew the essence of Shabbos and he forgot the essence of Shabbos, whereby he's going to be chayiv for every single Shabbos that he transgresses. The Gemara further asks, "Aval lo shichecha mai?" But if he did not forget, let's say he knew the essence of Shabbos and he didn't forget it, what would be the din? Chayiv al kol malacha u malacha. You're saying he's going to be chayiv on every single malacha, Rav and Shmuel. Then adatani, hayodeya shehu Shabbos v'osa malacha is harbe, b'Shabbos is harbe, chayiv al kol malacha u malacha. That which it teaches the third case of the Mishnah, that the third case says that he knows the essence of Shabbos, and he knows the day is Shabbos. Only he doesn't know the malachos that he's doing are indeed malachos. So listni, instead of teaching that, listni hayodeh iker Shabbos v'kol shekain ho. Teach this case that he knew the essence of Shabbos and he remembers the essence of Shabbos, whereby he's going to be chayiv for every malacha that he performs. According to Rav and Shmuel, that would be the din. And then kol shekain, he would be chayiv certainly if he knew the essence of Shabbos and he just didn't know the malacha he's doing is indeed a malacha. He would be chayiv for even every malacha. So the Gemara says, Ella, it must be masnisin kishehikil v'so shochach. It must be that indeed the Mishnah in its first case, as we originally thought before Rav and Shmuel came along, that it's talking about where he didn't know the essence of Shabbos, and thereby, if he did know it, he forgot it. That's what it's talking about. He was shocheach iker Shabbos. He knew it and he forgot it. Then he's going to be chayiv for every single Shabbos that he transgresses. He's going to be chayiv only one chatos. Says the Gemara, Uderav Shmuel nami kishikil shochach. Really, Rav and Shmuel also, they hold that he's going to be chayiv for one chatos for no matter how many Shabbosos he transgressed, in a case where he knew the essence of Shabbos and he forgot it. Just as we said before, the first case of the Mishnah is indeed talking about hashocheach iker Shabbos, like the words imply. He knew and he forgot the iker Shabbos. The din is he's going to be chayiv one korban chatos no matter how many Shabbosos he transgresses. But says Rav and Shmuel, Damar Chavaya afilu tinok shenishba ben anochim v'ger shenizgar ben anochim kishehikir l'so shochach dami v'chayev. But Rav and Shmuel are adding, not only in that case, in the first case, are we talking about where he knew and he forgot, is going to be chayev one chatas for all of the Shabbosos, but even in a case where he never knew, because he was a tinok shenishba, then he's going to be chayev also one chatos for all of the Shabbosos that he transgressed. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Yishimon ben Lakish, Damar Chavayu, Davka Hikir v'so shochach. Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish argue on Rav and Shmuel. They say the first case is only talking about where he knew and he forgot the essence of Shabbos, and that's where he's chayiv only one korban chatos, no matter how many Shabbos he transgressed. But if he was a tinok shenishba, nothing doing. He won't even be chayiv one chatos. About tinok shenishba ben anochim ve'ger shenizgayer ben anochim potter. In other words, because the tinok shenishba is an oines, he never knew. He was raised amongst the Nachrim, and he never knew the concept of Shabbos altogether, so he's considered to be a person not shoigi, but a person who's oines. Whereas the Mishnah is talking about, once again, that he knew and he forgot the essence of Shabbos. That's why it's chayiv for shoigeg, a shigas odam, one korban chatos. The Gemara now asks, Meisvei klal gadol amru b'Shabbos. The Brisa says that there's a klal gadol that was stated in regards to Shabbos. Kol hashoichech iker Shabbos v'asa malachos harbe b'Shabbosos harbe eino chayiv ela achas. It brings the first case of our Mishnah, where a person doesn't know the essence of Shabbos. He knew it, but he forgot it. He's going to be chayiv one chatos, no matter how many Shabbosos he transgresses, and no matter how many malachos he does. The Brisa continues, Ketzad, what is the case that we're talking about, that he's chayiv only one chatos? Tinoik shenishba lebein hanochrim. Is talking about a tinok shenishba ben hanochrim. The gershin is gar ben hanochrim. V'asa malachos harbe shabbos harbe eno chayiv ela chatas achas. This is indeed like Rav and Shmuel said we're also talking about. We're talking about a case over here that indeed he never knew, and still he's going to be chayiv. Not only a case where he knew and he forgot, is he going to be chayiv one korban chatos for all the Shabbosos, but even in a scenario where he never knew, he's also going to be chayiv one chatos for all of the Shabbosos. Just like Rav and Shmuel indeed said, this would be now a kasha on Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish that says that a tinok shenishba is considered to be an oines and not chayiv the korban chatos. The Brisa now continues. We already asked the kasha from the Brisa, but the Brisa continues and goes on to say, v'chayiv al hadam achas, this tinok shenishba, if he drank blood, which is also carries it with it a korban chatos, because a shoygig of krisus, which is chayiv chatos for, if he did that, he drank blood several days, he's going to be chayiv one chatos. Ve'al hachalav achas, chaylev chatos. Also, if a person eats chaylev, this is certain fats that are also carry with it a korban chatos, he'll be chayiv korban chatos as a tinok shenishba. No matter how many times he ate the chaylev, he'll be chayiv a korban chatos once. Ve'al avodah zara achas, as well as avodah zara, which also, no matter how many times he was ovid avodah zara, even though he's tinok shenishba, he'll be chayiv chatos achas. Umunbaz poiter. Munbaz, however, argues and says that indeed he is poter. The tinok shenishba is considered to be an oines. The Brisa continues, v'kach haya munbaz don lifnei Rabbi Akiva. And this is what Munbaz learned, he explained and taught before Rabbi Akiva. Hoyel umezid kari choyte v'shogeg kari choyte. Since the Torah refers to mezid as somebody who's choyte, that he did a chet, which is interesting because normally a mezid is referred to as an avoin or a peshia. Here it refers to as a chet, Munbaz points out. And shogeg certainly is referred to as a chet. They're both called choyte. So ma mezid shaisa lo yediyah. Therefore, just like a mezid who had an yediyah when he transgressed his mezid avera, so too somebody who transgressed b'shoigeg once upon a time knew he also had a yediyah, and therefore Munbaz learns that indeed a person who knew and he forgot, he's going to be considered to be chayiv chatos. The Brisa continues and says, I'll add on to your words, and I'll show you that what you're saying is incorrect. Just like Mezid has a yediyah, the one who transgressed, and he does so with intention, certainly he has a yediyah, and he has a yediyah at the shas when he's doing the transgression. So then, shoygeg, you'd have to say, who has a yediyah b'shas the transgression? And this certainly can't be, because we know shoygeg is different than mezid. He's considered to be doing something in error. Amar loy, so Munbaz says back to Rabbi Akiva, hey, behold, the kosher ken she'osafta. Certainly you added on to my words, which we have to understand what Munbaz means. What does it mean that a shogeg had a yediyah b'shas ma'isa? The Gemara will have to explain that. Amar lo devarecha, the Brisa continues and says, Rabbi Akiva says to Munbaz, according to your words, ein zakari shogeg ela mezid. That's not a shogeg, that's called a mezid. If he knew, and he knew certainly b'shas the ma'isa. The Gemara now goes back to its question why we brought the Brisa initially, ketoni mihas keitzad. Nonetheless, the Brisa teaches keitzad. How is it that a person who forgot, doesn't know the Iker Shabbos is going to be chayiv one chatos, and the Brisa answers Tinoik, a Tinok Shenishba. So this is now a kasha again on Rabbi Shlokish and Rabbi Yochanan, who say that the only case that we're talking about in the first case is somebody who knew and forgot, is the Chayiv Chatos. But if he was a Tinok Shenishba, he wouldn't be held accountable. Bishlam el Rabbi Shmuel Nicha, el Rabbi Yochanan el Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish kasha. This Brisa posed a question to Rabbi Yochanan Resh Lakish. Answers the Gemara, Amrei Loch Rabbi Yochanan Resh Lakish, they would say to you, Lav mi ika munbaz de potter. Is there not an opinion of munbaz that says that one who was a tinok shenishba is potter from achatas because he's oines? Ananda amrina ke munbaz. We hold like the opinion of munbaz. And that's why we indeed say that he is potter because he's oines. Only case that we're talking about where a person who knew the Esem Shabbos and he forgot it, only he's going to be chayiv one korban chatas no matter how many Shabbos he transgresses.